Alright guys, you're gonna have to excuse the wind. This video is only gonna work outside. It's a little bit breezy. So last night was hauling a load into the Dallas area. Had about, the bill of lading said it was 900 pounds. It probably wasn't even that. I had 2 carts from the US Postal Service bringing it to Dallas, and the truck started to develop a funny squeal sound, almost sounded like a belt squeal, but it seemed boost related. That later gave way to an outright hiss. It threw up a check engine light. I stopped. Nothing seemed critically bad. I quickly checked the this truck has a message center. When you're stopped, you can go through and pull up the codes. I Google searched the codes. I don't know if you guys know that's something you can do. If you get the complete code, you can punch the numbers and letters into Google, and you will most likely find what it is, either a topic in a discussion on a forum, or you will find a PDF that someone uploaded that has a breakdown of what the codes are. So mine read EGR cooler, or EGR velocity, data accurate but not in range, something like that. And then the other one was boost related. And so when you read these codes, a lot of times people say they're so confusing, I don't get it. What you try to do is find the common ground between the two. So EGR cooler, or EGR, you know, I know where the EGR on this thing, it's way back there buried, and it's a big old mess if you try and work on it. But then boost related, so I kind of knew it was going to be somewhere from turbo towards the engine. I walked through, checked all my hoses, and it's kind of a giveaway. You know, you can see the soot that's been sneaking out of this thing. And if you look closely, what we have here is a broken clamp. I put the clamp back there just to kind of cover it up. That's what it looked like more or less when I found it. But you can see where it's missing here. That's kind of giveaway. If you look in this area, you can see it's dark from the exhaust escaping. These are the things you're looking for. You know, I also did that thing where I came around and, you know, I pulled on this stuff and I squeezed, and, you know, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. My next step was going to be to grab some soapy water and hit the high cruise on the idle to get it to develop even a little bit of boost, and see if with soapy water we could find it. But it revealed itself in the most obvious way. So this is our culprit. I happen to be at a truck stop. It's called Big D's Truck Stop and Service Center in Dallas, Texas. Usually this is the cheapest fuel in the Dallas area for a truck stop. And so picked up another one. It's not exactly the same. You'll see it doesn't have that compression part, but for the sake of, you know, I've already booked the load for later today. So for the sake of not being late, not canceling the load, this $7 part and about 5 minutes worth of, you know, elbow grease, truck will be back on the road making money. Simple fixes like this, guys. You know, instead of pulling over and saying I got to go to the dealership or I got to go to a repair center, you know, scratch that stuff a little bit, guys. Read what your codes are. If your truck does not have a message center that will allow you to view them, you know, buy yourself a cheap scanner, just so you can, you know, your engine's talking to you. At least you can listen to it this way. You can kind of tell what it wants, what hurts, why it wants what it wants. Even if you don't understand how the things work, you can Google search it. You can post a question on a forum. You know, even Facebook, believe it or not, has several groups where lots of, you know, talented individuals are willing to help. Mine is a Mack truck. I joined a group called Volvo Masters. The motor in these things are made by Volvo. I've posted some questions there and gotten some outstanding answers. I do have a kid brother that's a really good technician. He worked for me for several years, and now he's at Peterbilt working at a Rush Truck Center. You know, I blow him up sometimes with text messages, poor guy. This one's a real simple one. I mean, most people that have been in the industry for a little bit now would easily have found this. But I'm posting this for the new trucker that, you know, truck doesn't run right, and your first idea is to stop and get help somewhere. You know, a lot of places would have charged you an hour minimum for diagnostic, the $7 part, and maybe another hour to install it. So at, let's just say, 110 an hour, that's 220 plus the part, you know, 230 bucks for a $7 part, and I'll be installing this in about 3 minutes. You know, I don't have editing software, so I'm not going to be able to add the installation part to the end of the video, but you guys get what it is. It's basically a nut. You put this thing around it, tighten it up, and move on to the next. Anyways, simple things like these, guys, keep us running, keep us making money. Good luck. Hope this is informative and helpful to you.